I think my top tips for looking after triplets would be looking after yourself so that you can look after your babies initially. And that's a really hard one to stick to, and I found that really hard, and I had to learn that the hard way. But I think what we tend to do is push ourselves to our limits, and then we learn how we can cope, and that's how we know when we need to stop and ask for help. What kind of help is helpful for you as a mum? And we're all individual. And I think carrying on from that, the second most important thing is you've had almost like 3 babies at once, and it does feel a bit like having a litter almost, rather than having the one baby experience. And I think it's a balancing act between holding these children together as a group, because they're bonding together and they've got their own dynamic, but also seeing them as individuals and pulling out their individual characteristics and bonding with them at that level, and not putting yourself under pressure to fall in love with them all at the same time. Because if you think about it, it's very unusual in our life. I don't know whether biologically we can fall in love with more than one person at a time, but that bonding is so important, and it will happen over time, but it takes longer for 3 and more. And not to give yourself a hard time, because you'll have favourites at different stages, and that's the beauty of having more than one child, and they've got each other. And I think the other most important factor would be to look after your other relationships. It's very hard in the early days, and you find out who your friends are. You lose a lot of friends along the way, but you make friends through, I've made some amazing friends through my local twin group, through Tamba, through parenting groups, and through my work now. So the friends you lose, you make up for in the future.